Good morning. Um, it's Sunday morning, day 8 of 100 days of meditation. I got up at 3 in the morning, started at 3:16, finished at 5:16. I did exactly 2 hours. And this one was really interesting. I don't think I've ever done 2 hours at once. And so I did it. I don't know what's going to show up. um, a lot of things. I was thinking about a lot of things, and I was listening to Wayne Dyer, and he was saying, I woke up at like 3 in the, a little before 3, like at 2:55 to use the bathroom, but I was up. Like I went to use the bathroom, and when I was on the toilet, my 3 o'clock alarm went off. And I wanted to go back to bed and go to sleep. I did. I literally went back to bed. But then I had Wayne Dyer in the back of my head saying, hey, when you wake up around 3 in the morning, that's the time you need to go and talk to God. And so I'm like, I was obedient. And I said, let me get up. Because I wanted to start meditating like now, like at 5 in the morning. But I stayed up and I did my meditation, and what happened? Okay, I do a little prayer in the beginning, just God, let me see, that's all I ask. Let me see what you want me to see. I did a certain thing that I've done before. I don't think I've spoken to anyone about it. And oh my goodness, I have to get the name of this guy. I forget his name, but he's awesome. He says, when you meditate, to breathe, to sit. So this time I sat on my sofa. Usually I meditate and I stay in bed. And this time I came to the living room, sat on the sofa, feet on the floor, arms pressed behind me, and my hands on my lap, open palms, facing up. And I breathed in and held my breath for like 2 seconds and let go. And I did that for about 4 times. Breathed in deeply, held it, and then I let go. But then he also says, envision yourself in like this beautiful forest and this waterfall in front of you. And you approach the waterfall, and then you find out that the waterfall is really light. And the light is moving really slowly like honey. And so when you go within the waterfall, you feel the warm light like the top of your head, and it's slowly going down your body, down your forehead, your eyebrows, so you feel the warmth of the light and the brightness of the light in your eyes, your nose, your lips. So it goes down to every part of the body. Another thing that I added, he says that, but what I added is that this light goes through me like an X-ray machine, right? So it goes through my brain. So it not only hits the top of my head, down my forehead, it's within my skull, right, into my brain. And I feel the light on my left side of the brain, my right side of the brain, my midbrain, and then all of a sudden what I do, and I think I'm combining another meditation with this, my brain just lights up in bright light. So it's like a flash, like a flashlight, like a flash bulb. So I see my brain light up like that, pop, with all this flash. And then my eyes, and light flashes out of my eyes and my nose. And light flashes out of my nose, my mouth, my throat, my heart. And it goes into my heart, my whole heart, like a flashlight again, bright, 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 bright light fills my heart. And it also, I imagine light going through my veins all over my body, right? And then down my shoulders, the light just keeps going. And as I see this, it's also within my body, on top of my body, within my body, through my fingertips, down my breast, my heart, my lungs, pancreas, liver, all of these major organs, my stomach. I see like the flashlight. Once it's covered in this bright light, I also see it completely shine bright of light. My ovaries, my female organs, down my legs, my knees, of bright lights on my knees. I'm having some issues with my knees, so healing light to that, down all the way down to my tippy toes, and then my light is just, my whole body is just this flash of light. And which is, I connect that to source, of course, to God. And then I started, what I did in this meditation, I started spreading, like, I just haven't done it before, but I started spreading the light around, like spreading love. And I sent the love to my children, in my home. And each of my child, I like, just poured light into them. I poured light into my husband. I poured light in family members, my mom. I just was sending love and light to everyone that was very close to him, all of my nieces and nephews, and I have a whole bunch of them. My siblings, my family in Puerto Rico. And guess what I found out? And then I started sending light to my neighborhood, just love and light, and then like the world, right? Then I looked at the feeling that I got from from feeling the light, like bringing in the light under this rainfall of light, not rainfall, waterfall of light. That warmth, that there's a feeling that you get when you're doing this exercise, right? When in my mind, I heard, you have infinite supply. There's infinite supply of light. But as I spread it around, when I checked back in with me, I felt empty of the light. Like I really felt like, all that warmth that I had inside me. Wow, I just spread it all out. I felt like I spread it all out. But then I'm like, okay, this infinite supply. I went back to the waterfall, like in my head. I stepped back in. And I literally, this time, it was faster. Like I really just poured the water and I shined again. Like this is, of course, still in my meditation, and that's what I did. And then after that, I felt like, then my thoughts went somewhere else, and I was like, I was aware that my body was like vibrating. So it was just humming and vibrating, and I was just feeling this hum within my spirit, and literally on my skin. It was physical. It was like a vibration on my being. It was good. I was feeling really good. And what's funny is when I noticed it, there's the other thing. It was vibrating, and I'm like, hey, my body's vibrating, and then it left. Yeah, that's what I was like. As soon as I said, hey, something's happening, it's vibrating, my body's vibrating. And when I had the thought of awareness of it, it left. It was gone. And I was like, I want it back. And so I just went back with the thoughts. And so beautiful thoughts of just my visual. I was awake, and in my meditation, I was doing visualization. So thoughts of creativity again came through. Good ideas of where to go with my work. I have a prospect that I'm talking to, and numbers came up and ideas on how to communicate, and So I do my one-woman show. For those who don't know, so I went to a prospect, and the prospect are, my prospects are educational facilities and colleges, nonprofits, churches. So this particular prospect I've been working with, talking to, and they're very interested, and I just had this neat idea to create this contract with them. Each group is different, so I just feel like, how can I serve them better? So this cool idea came up, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I haven't, good. I think I'm gonna do that. And that happened, and for 2 hours, a lot of things happened in these 2 hours. But the main thought was the beautiful vision of where I see myself, and having my mind grow in things that I've never thought about, like creating things. Now, the whole thing is these creative thoughts come to mind in the meditation. I believe is source, right? Telling you, why don't you try this? This will be a good idea. Reach out to this person. Reach out to that person. Like, people just show up. And people you may not even know, right? And but I'm like, that's a good idea. Why not? And the whole thing is now putting it into action. So I'm gonna put it into action somehow. I'm totally fearless. I am. If I feel like, if the thought came, and it's a good thought, why not? What's there to lose? I'm doing this, no makeup in the morning. Woke up, and if I could do this with no, okay, so now it's no big deal me getting on the camera with no makeup. At first, I was really scared. Like, I'm telling you, waited months, an idea of what can I say to people, what can I do. I waited months. Okay, that's a lie. Years. I waited years to be able to just talk and share thoughts. That's all I want to do, is share ideas, share thoughts. And I waited years, and on a pinky swear, my friend said, just get on with no makeup, because my excuse was, I don't look good enough. I'm not thin enough. I don't have the right equipment. I have to have my hair done. I have to have makeup on. I have to have the nice pretty dress on. I'm in my pajamas and my bathrobe. Well, 13 minutes. All right. I don't want to make things too long. But anyway, if I could do this, then I could approach anyone and ask them for and ask, right? Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock on the door and it shall be opened. I leave you with that. God bless you. I love you. Mwah.